Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into the sources you shared with us. We've got news excerpts, some notes, basically everything available on that tragic Air India Flight AI171 crash.
Yeah, the one in Ahmedabad, June 12th, 2025.
Exactly. And our goal here is really to pull out the key details, piece together what happened based on these materials.
And what the sources show is, well, just how quickly a normal day went horribly wrong. It was AI171, an international flight.
Right, heading to London Gatwick from Ahmedabad.
From Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. Pretty standard morning, it seems. 242 people boarded that plane. It was a Dreamliner, tail number VT-ANB.
242 souls. And the timeline the sources lay out is it's incredibly fast. Takeoff at 1:34 p.m.
And then just 3 minutes later, something went terribly wrong.
3 minutes? That's almost immediate.
It really is. The reports, they confirm witnesses saw the plane tilting sharply, engines sputtering.
Flames visible, even.
Flames visible, yes. And it veered way off its flight path, heading east instead of, its planned route.
And the crash itself wasn't in an empty area. It hit right in the city.
Right into Meghani, Nagar. A massive explosion. Apparently it rocked Ahmedabad. The plane came down directly onto the BJ Medical College Boys hostel.
Oh, wow. A hostel?
Yeah, destroyed a whole wing of the building.
Yeah.
And just ignited this huge firestorm instantly.
The descriptions from the scene in these sources are just harrowing. Emergency crews rushing in, debris scattered for hundreds of meters.
Thick black smoke, silence, just chaos and tragedy.
And the human cost.
Yeah.
It's staggering. On the plane itself, 241 passengers and crew lost their lives.
And these sources mention, it wasn't just one type of person. Tourists, students, business people, even a former chief minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, was on board.
Just awful. And it wasn't only the people on the plane, was it?
No, tragically not. The sources detail another 37 deaths on the ground, people in or near the hostel, residents, staff, maybe pedestrians.
Caught in the impact and the fire.
Exactly. And because that fire was so intense, identifying many victims, both from the plane and the ground, has been really, really difficult.
Needing DNA tests and all that just speaks to the violence of the impact.
It really does. And the shock, of course, went global. Flags at half-mast, vigils reported in different places.
Condolences from leaders, too, right? Modi, King Charles?
Yes, lots of international attention. And you start seeing these individual stories emerge from the sources. Someone flying back to bury their father, a student about to graduate. Just heartbreaking.
But amidst all this devastation, there's one detail in the sources that's just incredible.
The sole survivor from the flight.
Yeah, Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, 40-year-old IT consultant. And the critical factor seems to be where he was sitting.
Seat 11A. The sources are very specific about that. It was right next to an emergency exit.
And he managed to get it open.
Seems like it. He apparently unlatched it just seconds after the crash, right after impact, and got out before the fire really took hold in that section.
Wow. His own words, quoted in the sources, are chilling. It was like hell opened.
But he also said, that door saved me.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable luck or timing or something.
The only one out of 242 people on that plane.
Which brings us to the investigation, of course. Everyone wants to know why.
And it's ongoing. The sources confirm the black boxes, the flight data recorder, and the cockpit voice recorder were recovered.
Which is crucial. Those hold the key, hopefully.
Early theories mentioned in the reports point towards maybe a catastrophic engine failure.
Possibly. Maybe combined with some other malfunction, like hydraulics or flaps. Something affecting control.
So investigators are looking at everything. Maintenance records, pilot actions, Air India's procedures.
All of it. But those final moments, what exactly happened in the cockpit, that's still, it's still a mystery for now.
When you pull all these sources together, it really hits you. How something so complex, so catastrophic
can happen so fast.
Yeah, and how survival can hinge on one tiny detail, like choosing seat 11A instead of 11B. That razor-thin margin.
It underscores the complexity, the risks, and why these investigations are so incredibly thorough.
Absolutely. So as you, our listener, reflect on this deep dive, the speed of the event, the terrible human cost, the ongoing mystery, and that one almost unbelievable escape.
What does it make you think about?
Does it highlight the sheer unpredictability of life? Or maybe something about the role of chance, even fate, in moments of crisis?
Something to ponder from this deep dive.